Ford has become synonymous with sport utility vehicles, and the Expedition has long been its flagship. We traveled to Ontario Cottage Country recently to check out the all-new 5th generation 2025 Ford Expedition, and came away suitably impressed with the full-size 3-row SUV. The Expedition replaced the off-road-oriented Ford Bronco when it debuted way back in 1997 as something along the lines of a truck-based station wagon. Well, nearly 3 decades later, the Expedition is tapping into that original Bronco's off-road DNA with the Tremor edition, the most off-road capable Expedition ever. Before we get to that, let's take a look at what's new with this all-new Expedition. Available as either standard wheelbase Expedition or extended length Expedition Max, there are 4 trims in the 2025 stable: Active, King Ranch, Platinum, and the all-new Tremor. Active, King Ranch, and Platinum come standard with a 400 horsepower 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6 engine with 480 pound-feet of torque, while a high-output 3.5-liter EcoBoost with 440 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque is standard on the all-new Tremor and is available on the Platinum. Both engines feature newly designed turbochargers and a new electrical architecture for enhanced and more responsive performance. All trims get the standard intelligent 4-wheel drive with terrain management system and the 10-speed automatic transmission with select shift capability for optimal performance when either transporting up to 8 people, towing, or hitting some rugged trails. There have been major redesigns to the exterior and the interior, something you'd expect with a new generation. The new front end features standard LED reflector headlamps with an available signature grille lighting, but it's around back where the big news resides. Borrowing a great feature from the Lincoln Navigator, the Expedition now comes with a standard split tailgate. 3/4 of the gate raises like a traditional lift gate, while the lower quarter folds down like a truck's tailgate. We've seen this in Range Rovers before. That new tailgate can support up to 225 kilograms, or 500 pounds, and with the optional cargo tailgate feature provides a serving table which can hold up to 16 kilos, or 35 pounds. New additions to the spacious cabin include a flat-bottom steering wheel, a flexible third-row seat that allows stowage of long items like skis or kayaks, a 24-inch display screen, and new functions on the steering wheel. Can't say I was thrilled with the latter. To adjust the mirrors and the steering column, you use the haptic controls on the steering wheel to select what you want to adjust, then use the buttons to direct the mirrors and the steering column to your preferred position. I found it fussy to use, and as much as I appreciate automakers bringing new tech to their vehicles, give me the old door-mounted mirror controls and a toggle on the steering column anytime. What I did like was another new cabin feature, something Ford calls the Flex-powered console. With the push of a button, the center console can slide back to expose a large and lockable storage area. That's something current Expedition owners asked for, and this is a great solution. Part of the day's drive event in Muskoka included a demonstration of Ford's Pro Trailer Hitch Assist, a first for the Expedition after debuting on the F-150 and the Super Duty. The idea behind Pro Trailer Hitch Assist is to simplify hitching a trailer, and to make what can be a frustrating procedure as simple as pushing a couple of buttons. It uses the rear camera and corner radars to align the hitch with the trailer coupler, while simultaneously controlling the truck's speed, steering, and braking to stop at just the right place, all at the touch of a button, and you don't even have to touch the pedals. The system does all the work. It is activated by rotating the knob left or right in the direction the trailer needs to go, and the system controls the steering wheel. Admittedly, I have very little experience hooking up a trailer, but after sitting in the driver's seat and activating the system, I can with confidence say that this is one of the better bits of technology to show up in a vehicle for some time. When properly equipped, Expedition delivers up to 7,000 pound towing capacity without the need for a load leveling bar, and 9,600 pound max towing capacity with a weight distributing hitch. Ford reports that nearly half current Expedition owners tow, so Pro Trailer Hitch Assist will be a welcome addition to the tow package. Another eye-opening first-hand experience behind the wheel of the new Expedition during the day's drive was taking a Tremor trim on a bespoke off-road course Ford set up on the under-construction Oro Station Motor Circuit in Simcoe County. An all-new Expedition model, the Tremor comes advertised as the most off-road capable Expedition ever produced. Once inside, it felt and looked much like the Platinum Edition I'd driven for most of the day. But once we hit the first feature on the challenging off-road course, it was clear this was a different animal. With 10.6-inch ground clearance, best in the large traditional utility class, and 33-inch general grabber all-terrain tires, the Tremor met every challenge. Other exterior add-ons include Raptor-inspired running boards, a front skid plate, and embedded off-road auxiliary lights behind the grille. What you can't see are 3 other skid plates protecting the front axle, transfer case, and fuel tank. The numerous obstacles were no match for the special off-road modes, including rock crawl mode and a trail control system that includes trail turn assist and trail one pedal, which, like an EV's one pedal mode, brings the vehicle to a complete stop without you needing to press the brake pedal. Very handy in off-road conditions. Reflecting on the Tremor's off-road capabilities after running the off-road course, I wondered really how many Expedition owners would really take their 3-row SUV over up and down such gnarly terrain. Not many was my guess, but that certainly didn't dampen my impressions of the Tremor. It was and is a bona fide off-road beast. Back on paved roads for the final leg of the drive, it was clear that what this Expedition truly excels at is road tripping. The ride is smooth and stable, the suspension sprung to absorb bumps with little springback, and that 400 plus horsepower means you never get the sense of being underpowered, even when loaded up with passengers and gear. The 2025 Ford Expedition improves on what was already a very solid flagship sedan for the automaker, but it doesn't come cheap. The base model, the active trim, starts at $81,120, and things just go north from there. Platinum starts at just over $95,000, Tremor at just over $103,000, and King Ranch at just over $106,000. And the Max Edition, available on the Active, Platinum, and King Ranch, adds $3,500. The 2025 Ford Expedition is built in Kentucky and is in Canadian Ford dealerships now.